All right, so welcome to 1.5, and this is solve equations by combining like terms. So we've been doing two-step equations. These are three-step equations. Really just adds a simple step to each of the problems we've already been doing. So we have to know how to combine terms that are like each other. Please do that. So you can add x's to x's, so 7x's plus that's 1x makes 8x. 8x minus 9. Now those are not like terms, therefore they cannot be added or subtracted. The terms that are added or subtracted must have exactly the same variables in them. So here it's 9x plus 3x, which is 12x, positive 8 minus 2, which is positive 6, 12x plus 6. Here we're adding negative 2x plus 6x. We're adding negative 6 plus 9, which is positive 3. Positives will be pluses always. Negatives will turn into minuses. And so that becomes 6x plus 3. The key is this goes with that 7x. And so 5x minus 7x is negative 2x. Over here, this minus goes with the negative 1. Negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3, so it's negative 2x plus 3. We have simplified those expressions by combining like terms. So we're going to be doing that in equations to help us find x and solve them. So we're going to simplify this equation. We're not going to solve it. And so we see 4x and it's minus x. Right? So it's 29 equals 4x minus x equals 3x. The plus goes with the 1. 1 plus 10 is positive 11. And so this is 3x plus 11. And that's a two-step, and we all can solve that, so I'm not going to finish it. Try this one. So negative 3x plus 2x, right, is negative 1x, or negative x, or the opposite of x. You could say it any of those ways. Then when we want to find a like term to negative 7, we add the 9, and negative 7 plus 9 is positive 2, so that becomes a plus 2, and this is negative x plus 2 equals 5. We're combining like terms on any terms that are the same kind of term on the same side. All right, so now you're solving. So we have 9x plus x is 8x. 5 minus 2 is positive 3. You're literally going to be solving 1,000 or so two-step equations. You want to get really good at fast at that. If it's plus 3, you subtract 3 on both sides. And, oops, I made a mistake. I can already see it. 9x plus x is 10x. What did I do there? 9x plus x is 10x. All right, so subtract 3 from both sides. 10x equals 20. Divide both sides by 10. And x equals 2. 4x plus 2x, we have negative 20 equals 4x plus 2x, which is 2x. Negative 3 plus 7 is positive 4, so we get a two-step equation of negative 20 equals 2x plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 20 minus 4, negative 24 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. Negative 12 equals x. Here, we have 5x minus 8x, so we have 50 equals 5x minus 8x, negative 3x. Negative 3, that's minus 3, but we treat it as negative 3. Negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10. That's our two-step. We add 10 to both sides. 60 equals negative 3x. Divide both sides by negative 3. And I ran out of room, but negative 20 equals x. All right, so we're going to do some combining like term word problems. So we're finding x. X is the cost of this pencil. Find X if the total cost of 1 pen, 2 pencils, and 4 erasers was $6. So let's see that. A pen, 1 pen costs 3X. 2 pencils, we're going to add 2 pencils, 2 X's, and 4 erasers. Erasers are 50 cents, so 4 of those, 4 times 0.5. That was a total of $6, right? You'll notice in all these equations the total goes over there. And so now we're going to combine our like terms. 3x plus 2x is 5x. 4 times 0.5, right, is $2, or 2 in an equation. We don't want to put 2.00 in an equation. So that's our two-step. Subtract 2 from both sides. 5x equals 4. Divide by 5 both sides. X equals 4/5. All right. So if this wasn't a word problem, fine and dandy. X is 4/5. But this is money. So what is 4/5 of a dollar, right? That's 4/5 of a dollar. What is that actually as money? Well, let's think about it. Money, right, is in hundredths. So, right, that's 80 hundredths, also known as 80 cents. And so the pencils cost 80 cents, or 0.8 of a dollar. So please, if it's a money problem, change it over to a decimal and express it as money. You'll be asked to do that on the test. Perimeter, we already did a perimeter problem, I believe. Yes, we did, in 2 steps. The perimeter here is 30, and now we're going to be adding up the 3 sides. X, then we have a side of x plus 3, and we have another side of 2x minus 1. We're adding all those up, and we're going to figure out what x must be. Well, let's combine some like terms. So x plus x is 2x, plus 2x more is 4x. 3 minus 1 is 2. And that's our two-step equation. We subtract 2 from both sides. 4x equals 28. Divide both sides by 4, and x equals 7. So what does that mean? It means this side was 7. I didn't say inches or whatever. This side was 7 plus 3, 10. And this side was 2 times 7, 14, minus 1. This side was 13. Now, I didn't ask any of that, but that's what's going on here. So we're going to have problems where you're given the perimeter and you have to find missing information. All right. So the only tricky thing today really is this. All right, so you're going to be finding a mean average. Whenever someone says find the average in math class or outside in the real world, they mean the mean average. And the mean average is you take the total of all the numbers of whatever you're talking about, and you divide them by the number of numbers, the number of items I wrote there. And that gives you the average, sort of the middle value of all these numbers. Now, you've hopefully done mean in 6th or 7th grade, but we're going to work backwards. It says the mean average of 5 numbers is 6. So the average is 6, okay? And we have 5 numbers, 7, 5, 2, 19, and 1 we don't know, x. And since there are 5 numbers, to find a mean, you would have divided them by 5. And right, this is what I've been saying about equations. Their main purpose is to do things you've done before, but backwards. Right? You've already hopefully done mean, where you added up the numbers and divided by how many numbers there were. So here, we have to solve this equation. Well, we're going to combine our like terms. So 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 plus 19, just double check that, is 33. So I have 33 plus x. All of that divided by 5 equals 6. Right now, we may have not done exactly one that looked like that, but how are we going to get rid of this 5 that's dividing our 33 plus x? Well, we're going to multiply both sides, right? We're going to multiply both sides by 5. And we get 33 plus x, 33 plus x, I almost wrote 33x. All right, so 33 plus x equals 30. We're going to subtract 33 from both sides, and the missing number here is -3, right? To have this average out to an average of 6, that number was -3, right? Because if, say, let's go back and do it forward. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 19 is 33, right? Plus negative 3 is 30, right? And so 30 divided by 5 is the only thing that makes 6. The mean average of those 5 numbers was 6. All right, so this is very helpful for your schoolwork. Sarah's score on her first 4 tests were 63, 97, 80, and 100. She wants to score exactly 90%. Okay, we're going to assume these were all percents out of 100. Write and solve an equation to determine what she needs. So X is the test, right? She's going to take one more test, right? And she wants to make sure she gets a 90 in the class, right? So she's got a total of 5 tests, right? 4 she's taken plus the 5th one. And so this is how you can figure out what you need on the next test to get whatever score you desire. So we're going to add these up. 63 plus 97 is 160. Notice I made that very nice to add in your head. That was intentional. So that's 160. And then 80 plus 100 is 180. And so 6 plus 8 is 14. So that's 340. So we have 340 plus x divided by 5 equals 90. Right? So we have to get rid of that 5 that's dividing this. Multiply both sides by 5. 340 plus x equals 450. Minus 340 on both sides. And x equals, 110. Right? What does that mean? Well, unless there's a bonus problem on the test, there's no way for her to get a 90 at this point. Her grade is too low, all right, because she needs 110% on the next test to get an average of 90. So she can't possibly get it unless she goes to her teacher and gets extra credit. All right, so here's the practice. Do these and then check your work. This time, Jason only wants to score an 80. He just wants to get a B. So let's see that. 73 plus 87, that seems like 160. 90 plus 60, 150. That's 310. And so as long as he gets a 90 on the next test, he can get a B and 80 in the class. So he's got to get an A on the last test. So we have 2 pens, 2 pencils, 5 erasers. And it all equals $8.50. Notice that you don't put dollar signs in your equations. I did that as an example to show you units once, but that's not what you normally do. We have 6x plus 2x. 5 times 50 cents is $2.50. I like to get rid of the zeros at this point. All right, so 6/8, which is 3/4 of a dollar. What's 3/4 of a dollar? Remember I said I like this as money, right? So 3/4 a dollar is what? 75 cents. The pencil X costs 75 cents. The pen is 3 times that, 3 times 75 cents, which is $2.25.